Do you think that Shanks is going to die?
I do think Shanks is going to die in the series. And I think Blackbeard's going to be the one that kills him.
What is the best part about One Piece?
The world building. I absolutely positively adore the world building. I think those are my favorite story arcs in One Piece. So the ones where you're short, you're in and out, find out things about the world. Zoe, Logtown, Reverie.
What's the worst part about One Piece?
Oh boy. Okay. The worst part about I have to think very carefully. You're putting me on the spot. The worst part about One Piece for me is Oda's general apprehension towards death. Generally. He's been doing a good job recently. I think with that most recent chapter of Wano, things are looking good. Characters are dropping like flies. But I feel like there's so many moments, especially in early One Piece, where characters should have died that didn't, especially characters that like never really came back to do anything major again.
What is your dream devil fruit?
Like the purple man from Jessica Jones. I don't know if you're familiar with that show.
I'm not. That's David Tennant, though.
It is.
Familiar with David Tennant.
Yeah, David Tennant's fantastic. The purple man's power is basically he can tell people to do things and they do it. And I think that would just be an amazing power. Like I would tell people to hit the subscribe button right now to subscribe to Grand Line Review. And they would do it.
For consistent injections of One Piece culture.
Exactly.
Administered directly into your YouTube feed. Almost forgot my own bit there. On the inverse now, what is your nightmare devil fruit? You know, you wake up one morning and you go, oh no, I'm a giraffe or something like that.
It probably would be a zone. Because I think a Logia would freak you out at first. Like if you happen to have a fire devil fruit and you're suddenly, lighting yourself on fire. It's not hurting you. So it would look freaky, but you're not actually being hurt by it. Whereas a zone devil fruit, I feel like if you randomly turn into a cockroach or something, like the cockroach know me, and you're all of a sudden on the ground and you're tiny. Though then again, there could be worse bugs to be than a cockroach because you could survive nuclear holocaust if you are a cockroach. So let me think about it.
Name 3 bugs.
3 bugs that would be worse than a cockroach, I'd say would be a fruit fly.
Okay, that would be a pretty bad Zoan fruit, I agree.
An aphid would be pretty bad, those little green ones. And then a praying mantis, because you'd be eaten by your significant other. So I would say praying mantis would be a bad one too. Good for combat, seemingly, but bad for your love life.
Only if you had a significant other that also had a mantis fruit.
Right.
I think we could forgive that little bit of nature in that case.
But then if you're a praying mantis, wouldn't you want to also be with another praying mantis? Like, I don't know. I don't know how that would work.
I don't know. Okay, let's delve into this topic then. All right. Is Rob Lucci into bestiality? Roger.
Rob Lucci is 100% a furry. Confirmed.
Understood.
I want Oda to do a whole cover story with Rob Lucci going to furry conventions, trying to find the love of his life.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. Moving swiftly along, if you could bring one mentor back to life, who would it be and why?
I mean, I guess Whitebeard. Like, is there another option? Are you going to bring back Ashura Doji?
Ashura Doji mentored no one.
I mean, I'm going to turn the question on you. Who would you bring back?
Okay, that's not supposed to happen. That's against the rules. But
it's not against the rules. You're dealing with Roger's base here. I'm a rule breaker, all right?
Tough question that I never thought I'd have to think about because I'm the one who wrote it.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Belmare.
Oh, okay.
Roger.
Yes.
What is your favorite color?
My favorite color is seafoam green.
I'm going to be honest, I was hoping that you were going to say red so that I could have a smooth transition into talking about Shanks, but...
No, unfortunately, I am not a fan of the color red.
Okay, could we edit that in and just have Roger say red instead of...
Sure, let's do it right now.
What is your favorite color?
Red.
Well, that's perfect because I wanted to talk about...
Here, I even have a red coffee mug. Look at this, see?
Oh, it's perfect, Roger. Are you excited for Film Red?
Yes and no. I am excited to see more of Shanks. I'm excited to see what's going to be canon to the actual story in the movie. I am actually not excited about the animation style. I think it looks like it took a step back from the actual current anime.
How do you feel about the alleged spawn of Shanks, one Uta?
I like Uta. I like the design. I don't know if I'm a big fan of the idea that he always just sort of had this kid, but we also don't know to what extent she is his child. So she could end up being like an adopted kid, or I'm excited to find out more about her devil fruit. It has something to do with music apparently, so that'll be cool. While we're on the topic of Film Red, we'll say this. In terms of something I'm really looking forward to in that movie, I am hoping, much like how we found out about like Laugh Tale in Stampede, I'm really hoping we get some type of information or reveal about Bink Sake.
This would be the film to do it, in the music one. Do you think that Shanks is going to die?
I do think Shanks is going to die in the series, and I think Blackbeard's going to be the one that kills him.
Bloodthirsty Roger.
No,
starts this interview off
this,
praising Oda's death. Death God Oda, I bow down before you.
I don't want Shanks to die. For story purposes, it's probably going going to happen.
What is the first thing that you think Luffy is going to say to Shanks once they meet?
I know we were going to meet again when I'm going to be a great pirate. Now I am one. Hey, look at that. The newspaper says I'm a Yonko just like you. You know, something to that extent.
I think we should work on Luffy's dialogue there a bit more. But yeah, something along those lines.
What would you have him say? I mean, it would probably be something goofy.
Yo, Shanks.
That's what you think he's going to say?
How many fingers does Luffy have?
How many fingers does 10? What?
That is correct.
Yeah. What kind of weird question? What kind of weird question is that?
I'm just surprised it took you so long to answer.
Well, I was just answering at the same pace that you said it. It threw me off. Why would you ask how many fingers Luffy has? That's bizarre.
Why would you think I wouldn't?
I don't know. I guess that's a touche. Thing to say to that. Yeah.
How many fingers does Chopper have?
Well, he's got little hooves, so it'd be 4.
4 to 10, I think, would be the more correct answer.
Oh, I guess because he's walking. I guess that's true.
Fingers.
Well, actually, that's wrong, though. It wouldn't be 10, it'd be 8, because the hooves only have the little... Wait a minute. Hold on. We gotta I think we're both wrong. I think it's 12, because he'd have the 2 and then the little thing, and he has 4 of 2 and the little thing, 4 times 3, that's 12.
Why do you hate Big Mom?
I don't hate Big Mom, Liam. I knew you were going to say this. I don't hate Big Mom. In fact, I actually really like Big Mom as a villain. What I hate is the way that Big Mom has been treated in the story. It's not the character herself. It's the goofiness with which she has been portrayed. Big Mom's amnesia is one of the lamest, stupidest things that happened in all of Wano Country. And I also will say that throughout the course of Whole Cake Island, I did not like the fact that time and time again, Big Mom's on their tail. She's going to catch them. And what happened? Nothing. The only character that died was Pedro. It wasn't even Big Mom who did it, but I don't hate Big Mom. I do actually genuinely like Big Mom. I do. I'm gonna add something to that as well. I will also say that one of my top 5 favorite flashbacks in the entirety of the series was the Big Mom flashback in Elbaf that happened during Whole Cake Island.
Of course it is. Lots of death. What is your favorite One Piece laugh? Caesar Clown.
Second, of course, to Blackbeard, which is
I could really feel it coming from the belly there.
Thank you. I'll be the best hogback you're ever going to have. I'll do hogback right now. Nobody's going to say the hogbacks.
Since you are such a veteran laugher, I've got some One Piece jokes for you if you'd like to hear them.
Uh-oh. Let's hear them. Okay.
Excellent. And there's an added layer to this. You need to rate these jokes out of 10.
Okay.
Because all of them come from my various Grand Fleet members. These are not my jokes. Do not blame me if they suck.
Okay, I'll blame your subscribers. Very good.
Why is Sanji afraid to touch his siblings?
I don't know why.
Because he's a germaphobe.
That's cute. I'm going to give that a 7 out of 10.
What does Chopper have in common with a heptagon?
What?
They both have 7 points.
This joke doesn't have 7 points. It's going to be a 3.
Oh! I think that's brutal.
I'm sorry.
Jeez, you were just like Oda killing Ashura Doji with that joke there.
To be fair, I'd say Izo's death was probably worse. Well, I don't know. Then again, burning up in an explosion is probably worse than just getting shot. I take back what I said.
And then getting burnt up.
And then getting burnt up.
Or drowning.
Yeah.
One or the other.
Well, do you think he was dead before or after?
I guess we'll never know. I'm hoping before, because otherwise it would have been bad.
I should send that as an SBS.
You should.
Write that in and translate it and say, Oda, I'm just curious, when did Izo die? After the gunshot or after being burned and drowning?
This joke is going to require some participation from you. We are going to have a short 2-sentence conversation between Kid and Killer. You are going to be Kid.
Killer, why are you making pesto sauce?
Because I already cut the basil.
Also kind of cute. I would say that's like a 5, though.
What's the difference between Squad and a Magma Fist?
One of them actually managed to kill Whitebeard.
One was Arkayunu's ace in the hole, whilst the other was Arkayunu's hole in ace.
Because it's not very original, at least the Chopper one was kind of original. I'm going to say that one's actually a 2.
Why does Eiichiro Oda have such short hallways in his house?
Why?
Because he knows they'll be 5 times longer in the anime adaptation.
That's a 9 right there.
We absolutely salvaged this joke off, thank God.
That's very good.
The hallways joke. Mr. Roger, you're a fan of games, if I understand you correctly, with your Triforce and your Pikachu in the background. Would you like to play a non-digital game?
Sure, let's do it.
I have a bag. Within this bag, there is a One Piece themed hat, and it's going to be your job to guess which hat it is.
Oh, fun.
To do that, you get to ask me 3 yes or no questions.
Okay, sounds good to me.
Then let's play Hat in a Bag.
Is the character who wears the hat male or female?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
They're yes or no questions.
Is the person who wears the hat male?
Yes.
Is the primary color of the hat a variation of yellow?
Define variation.
Gold, yellow, light yellow, a straw hat of Luffy's.
I'm gonna say no then.
The owner of this hat has a devil fruit, yes or no?
Yes. The hat is owned by a male devil fruit user, and
Yep.
it is not a variation of yellow.
Yep.
Good luck.
You know what? I'm going to say it's Buggies.
Yeah. It's a bold choice. Let's see if it pays off. The hat was...
Aces!
Aces
Okay.
hat.
Orange, I see what you mean now. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Which straw hat is going to achieve their dream first?
In order to get to the final point of the story, we need to know what's on the Rio poneglyph.
So Robin.
Yeah, I'm going with Robin.
So thank you so much, Roger, and to conclude the video, would you kindly say something, anything, One Piece related?
Kaizoku ni ore wa naru!
Too perfect. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me, as always.